Hello and welcome to What's in this week's Oban Times with me, Fiona Scott.
Me, Kathy Griffiths.
And me, Sandy Neal.
Hello everyone. How are we all this week?
Busy. Busy.
I'm waiting on somebody going, wah! Yeah, it's been extremely busy. Kathy, you've been run off your feet as usual. Are you going to tell us what you've been doing?
Yes, yeah. Well, a sad story, really, to start with. We've been speaking to people about the loss of Adrian Beard, who was very well liked, much respected dad of two from Connel, known to many in the scouting family as well. He and to those who have been raising funds and supporting Pancreatic Cancer UK for their awareness and fundraising work that they do. So sadly, Adrian lost his own fight against that disease on September the 10th. But his legacy of raising awareness and raising funds will definitely live on. So we've been talking to lots of people who've been sharing their tributes and their thoughts about Adrian and the work that he's done. So although it's a sad piece, it's also a very positive piece. And it was lovely to hear what all those wonderful people were saying about such a great man. So please have a good read of that story. Well, I went to a Colonsay Folk Festival at the weekend, and it was the first time I've been there. They managed to pull it off despite, the uncertain cloud of COVID looming over various events that have had to be cancelled off. They kept going. This little sort of team of festival organisers. It was a very small, intimate, cosy festival, fantastic musicians, and what a huge welcome that island put on for us. Absolutely incredible. So I really recommend, if you're thinking of things to go to next year, that you look out for that event. It will be September the 15th to the 18th next year. So that's Colonsay Music Festival. Another story much on people's minds is the awful fire actually that broke out at Taynuilt Inn at the hotel there. That was in the early hours of Tuesday morning. They're waiting to see what's going to happen with the gable end of the building. It might well have to be pulled down. A crowdfunding appeal was set up very quickly to help the couple who run the hotel, and it's their business and their home. And we're told that they left that in the early hours this morning when the fire broke out with nothing but the clothes on their backs. So within the first hour of that appeal, already £2,000 had been raised to help them. So Taynuilt has well and truly rallied round the people involved in that. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but still, an awful thing to happen for Taynuilt, and especially for that young couple. So lots to read about in this week's Oban Times. Sandy, what have you been doing?
This week, Manx Shearwaters. They've been nesting in one of the world's largest colonies on the Isle of Rum and are now taking off on their maiden flight to South America. But lured by bright lights, many are crash landing in Tobermory, where they are at risk from cats and rats and gulls. We tell you what you can do to help them on their way. And there's a new adventure at Oban Cathedral of Trees. Fiona, what have you got for us?
Well, I've been immersed in sport again this week. Just in case you're wondering why I haven't done anything else in the paper. Once again, it's been an all-action week on the sporting circuit. We've got all the news and pictures from Saturday's Tulloch Homes Camanachd Cup final between Kinlochshiel and Lovett. That was at Musfield Park, and we've got all the other shinty news as well. John McPhee was over competing in the San Marino GP, so you can find out how he got on there. Oban bowlers were dressed to impress on Saturday when they paid a colourful tribute to a very special lady. And talking of special ladies, Dee Bradbury continues to fly the flag for women's rugby and has had her good work recognised by the sports governing body. Staying on the oval ball game, and although Oban's first 15 didn't get their match played due to an opposition player testing positive for COVID, the minis and the ladies' teams were both in action last weekend, and you can see how they got on by going online or grabbing a copy of this week's paper. Woo! There we go. So to read all this week's stories, pick up a copy of the OT from supermarkets, local stores and petrol stations. You can read our stories online at www.obantimes.co.uk, and you can subscribe to our page-turning digital edition there as well. Here at the Oban Times, we're always happy to hear from you, so stay in touch, tell us your stories and share your photos. You can contact us by calling 01631 568 000 or by emailing editor@obantimes.co.uk. You can message us on Facebook too. So until next week, it's goodbye from me, Fiona Scott.
Goodbye from me, Kathy Griffiths.
And it's goodbye from me, Sandy Neal.
Bye.
Bye.